playing Protoss with the Dark Archon. That is something I loved. The Dark Archon allowed you... Excuse me while I belch. The Dark Archon allowed you to take over other players or other factions. Ooh, excuse me. Something's stuck right there. We are not refining gold. Why are we not? We require gold. I think it would be in our best interest. Protoss campaign. They were removed from StarCraft 2 until the most recent campaign they brought them in. Oh, I have not played StarCraft 2 since they have added in the Protoss campaign. I am definitely going to have to get it again, even if I have to rebuy it. I unfortunately lost my account. Mostly because my insufficient memory was unable to retain my password and the email I used. But that is something I am definitely going to have to play. We have an issue. What is this? A tunnel drone. Tunnel drones. We cannot allow this. Have at thee. You will destroy me before you destroy my base. Terran campaign and base game are free. Really? Of this I was not aware. Yes, I did avoid the Blizzard launcher for quite some time in an effort to avoid World of Warcraft, as World of Warcraft is my crack. It is something that I have struggled with in the past. Free to play start of the year. Ooh, very interesting. I am going to have to look into that. Let's go ahead and get to these tunnel drones and get blown up. I do in fact have nothing in my inventory, that is correct. And then once they are dead, we should be able to go back to the Zergrim Protoss campaign. You still have to pay for though. Well, if they are not too great, I can see myself paying for that, for it is a great game, as is the first one. The original StarCraft Brood War was one of the very first games I ever played. And it had not even reached into the asteroid yet. I could have simply flown around rather than tunneling through it. That's okay. We accomplished what we wanted. That tunnel drone is flying away. They are flying away quite quickly. Mosquito. That's very interesting. Let's see. We did indeed have a lot of ships around here, but they have all vanished. I wonder if that is because they have died. There were indeed a lot of rockets. Oh, look at this. It is indeed dead. Yes, this is something we must harvest. So let us head back in and harvest our dead foes. Booty found. This is one that is not dead. But it will be soon. It was actually making quite a good dent in there. So where is my tunnel? Interesting. Ooh, we just had a rocket fly right by our face. Ooh, there goes another one. We should probably hide back in our hole. Is this my hole? No, it is not. It is simply a rocket pit. One moment, once I get back into the asteroid, I will read chat. Oh. Well, hello there. Something that has been ravaged by the... And it's white. That is extremely amusing. You, sir, chose the wrong color to be. Where is my base? There you are. Yeah, StarCraft 2 was my first RTS and one of my first PC games. Brood War, you mean? Yes. Brood War was a very good game. It was my first introduction into RTS and gaming in general. It will always hold a fond spot in my heart. Let's see. You require... Where are they? Superconductors and gravity components. And a shield generator. Let's go see what we are doing here. Nothing. Refinery, what are you doing? Platinum. I think it would be in our best interest to do another refinery. We have 2 running at current. We should have another. Get some steel plate right here. This refinery up there. Then we are going to go and do since apparently I cannot spell yield, we're going to do yield modules. It does not appear that the grind car is working. Very odd. Lag. We have gotten just a little bit of processing lag there as something large has spawned. I desperately need to install Torch on my computer. Alas, something like that is just a little beyond my expertise. Now we shall install the speed module. And again, out of steel plate. Four. Yes, that is indeed the correct way. Here we are. Place those down, place that down. I truly need to clear out those stream element timers, for they are starting to just annoy me. We are still not yet airtight, but very, very soon. We also should have we require a lot of things that we do not yet have. It is rather persistent. It most definitely is. That is one thing I must say about the drones. The original creator has had help from a very marvelous person named N1Ran88. He is a marvelous coder and has done a lot of work on the drones and the coding within the drones, making them more impressive, smarter, and scarier. For they can now call upon aid. They can spawn other drones, as well as turn off their own antennas so that they appear non-existent. They are scary how intelligent some of them are. How much uranium ore ingots do we have? We have 54 uraniums. We are good on uranium for the moment. We do, however, require more silicon. Is this up and running yet? It is not. What do we still require? It appears that all we require are the field emitters. What are we requiring for the field emitters? All we require is gold. We are in dire need of gold. So, in order to speed this process up, we shall place down a specialized refinery. Not the stone crusher, not the uranium, gold refinery. Very interesting that the gold refinery requires thruster components and superconductors. The superconductors make sense, but why does it require thruster components and detector components? It is interesting. But once that is done, we shall be refining gold at a rather alarming rate. Superconductors. Why are you refining gold when we require... I can speak in the proper direction. Why are you refining platinum when it is quite obvious we require gold? And how much are we requiring on superconductors? One superconductor requires 0.7. Well, we will be needing 20 of those. We do not require that. So now we require nothing but 16.67 gold. Is there anything here that contains superconductors? Let us find out. Do not believe so, as everything here would only contain the base. Well then, aren't you a big boy? That is a very large ship. I believe it would be in our best interest to power up these bars. You, and you. Minor bars. Save. We will turn you to fly. Grind if wealth gets stuck. Do not do an ignore color. Saturation 0, hue 0. Do not janitor grant. Smallest grid first. Push components immediately. And power on. And there we are. That should enable this to continue. We are still missing bits. What are we missing now? Why do you say you are doing nothing? It is rather annoying. Why are you doing nothing? Ah, yes, I remember what we are supposed to be doing. We are supposed to be outfitting this for boost. Turn that off. Then we are going to come back here and turn off the ion thrust, because we do not require it. Now, I'm going to go to 3. Interior plate. Seems a little excessive, but it shall work. That is not what I require. That is what I require. And there we are. Now we will go here. We're going to choose hydro tanks 1x3. And we are going to coat this in hydrogen tanks. Hunting for hidden gold. Might be some in your nose. I already exhausted all the gold that was within my nose. It made but one single superconductor. So I was forced to go out and find some more, and find some more I did indeed. Now the only thing that we are lacking is silicone, of which we will go find some more in a moment. How is your day, Bounty? It is good to see you here. Now that we have an overabundance of hydrogen tanks, those filled up rather quickly. Let's go ahead and see what we can else add. We have a 1, a 2, and a 1x3. No, 1x1 hydrogen generator. Hydrogen generator large. How many different ports does this have? in circles, and they will serve our purposes well. Always with the steel plate. Feeling a little bit better. I've decided once I feel better I want to go out to eat at my favorite place. Will be a 45-minute drive one way, but will be worth it. Ooh, that is quite a drive. Seeing this game, I'm not sure if you'd like Subnautica. Might be too simple for you. Ah, yes, but sometimes one must enjoy the simple things. The thing about Subnautica that would possibly turn me off from it is the jump scares, as I do not have the strongest heart in the world, and it may be just a little too much for my old heart. It is the only thing that has since thrown me off of Subnautica. Subnautica is my favorite game like this. It doesn't really have jump scares, to be honest. Actually, I'm surprised about that, as I have seen many a brawny man turn into a scrawny screaming girl in that game. I enjoyed both games well enough, making a game and killing at the same time. Ooh, well done, Leo. Multitasking. There is a certain creepy factor to the game. People struggle with it in VR. Ah, yes. VR is not something that I have yet acquired, but it is something I desperately want. We upside down, we are upside down. You have got to be kidding me. What happened to my shield generator? This game sometimes frustrates the ever-living crap out of me. Let us replace the... Something tells me that it was finished, and then it got ground back down. 2 superconductors and the shield emitters. The main problem with VR are the issues. Yes, of which I have heard that the VR has plenty of issues. But that is okay, it is still reasonably new-ish tech, so I cannot hold it against it. This game looks so complex, everything I'm seeing goes right over my head. It is extremely complex. However, you also have to take note that I have made this game more complex than it is. To simplify this game in a very simple message, it is Minecraft in space with real Newtonian physics and better graphics. So, if I sit here and I turn off my inertial dampeners, notice I am in 0G. No gravity whatsoever, so if I turn off my jetpack, I float here. If I turn on my jetpack with my inertial dampeners off, down there in the left hand corner you will see the red triangle. Now if I go off to the side, I do not stop. I simply drift. And that is it. There is no friction. If I do not turn my jetpack back on, I will never stop. So if you run out of hydrogen to power your jetpack in space, and Subnautica has a lot of issues in VR that the devs haven't fixed, been well documented for over a year and not a single issue fixed. That is extremely unfortunate. That is something that would definitely turn me off of a game. And make Elite Dangerous look super easy. Ooh, and that's saying something, because Elite Dangerous has one of the greatest learning curves I've ever encountered. However, I do deeply love Elite Dangerous. Now that I have gotten a hang of Elite Dangerous, it is a lot simpler. But yes, I can definitely see where it is you are coming from. As Elite Dangerous is... Yeah, I was playing with someone once. They had made this ship and we were flying towards Earth, and he went so fast he couldn't turn in time or slow down, and I somehow got slingshot out and was inside the moon. It looked hilarious. I won't say it's easy to learn Space Engineers. I struggled with it for a bit, but I will say it's worth the time invested to learn to play it. It most definitely is worth the time, because Space Engineers, there was a saying when Space Engineers first hit, and that is the possibilities are limitless up until, or no, it is, the possibilities are only limited by your computer's hardware, which is extremely true. Let's go ahead and drop off 500 of those because I do not need 700 interior plate. But no, Space Engineers is definitely not one of the most easiest games to learn, but it is one of the most fun that I have encountered in a very long time. And while Elite Dangerous is extremely fun, I find it extremely repetitive. While there's always something new to do in Space Engineers, mostly thanks to the extremely elaborate and marvelous modding community. I will tell you this. Hello, Ritz the Space Engineer. Can I join your server? Unfortunately, I am not currently on a server. However, if you type in !Discord, I can direct you to various servers. I am in the process of making a server, but there are some issues with the RAID drives, and one of my good friends have had to rebuild the RAID drives. So we are dealing with that. However, as soon as that is done, how do I need 96 steel plate to build a small thruster? That makes no sense. But when the server is up and running, you can be sure that I will be playing on it, and it will be public. Oh yes, 110 to make a small hydrogen generator. And we are upside down. Is our shield generator done yet? It is not. Let's go ahead and go in here and go hydro thrust. And we want all